Hey, Danny Ray with Pinnacle Quote Life Insurance Specialists. It's October 15th. Yes, it is a Sunday, and I do work on Sundays occasionally. Well, probably every other Sunday, mostly appointments. Anyway, I want to talk about a topic that was brought to my attention this weekend, actually. I had a few people that asked me about burial policies, burial insurance, okay? Cheap burial insurance. All right. Again, when you pass away, it's always going to be difficult, extremely difficult for your family. Okay, don't leave them to cover your final expenses too. On top of that, all right. It's our responsibility as adults to make sure that we have some sort of plan in place that when we do pass away, it's not going to fall in the laps of our loved ones at the worst possible time. Okay, you need to find a burial policy that will cover your funeral costs, casket, flowers. Okay, final expenses are alone usually around about $10,000. Now it's possible to find yourself a cheap burial policy. All right, amounts usually range between 2,500 to 25,000. Okay, depending. Most life insurance companies offer this product. Okay, so there's no reason to leave these expenses with your family to pay. Okay, again, all right, somebody that's 60, 70, or 80 years old that passes away usually has kids, late 20s, 30s, and 40s. Now, I'll use an example. If you have a 40-year-old child, whether it be, a son or a daughter, they don't have earmarked, and I've said this before in other videos, they don't have earmarked 10, 15, $20,000 in a bank account somewhere earmarked for somebody else's funeral. They just don't. And if you're like an average American out there in the middle class, okay, if a loved one passes away, again, a 10 to 15,000 or $20,000 bill can set them back for years. All right, because they usually don't have that in their checking account or their bank account in their mid 30s to 40. Okay, so they're probably going to put it down on a piece of plastic, which is a credit card, and maybe two or three credit cards in that matter, and they're going to take years and years and years to pay that off. Okay, that's just a fact. I see it happening every day. All right, so I mean, you're talking about those credit cards they use. The people that are starting out in life or just not even established yet. You're talking about a vacation for their family every year that basically you're taking away from them. All right, so it's as an adult, it's our responsibilities to make sure that we take care of our final expense. Okay, now the types of insurance that works basically for burial policy, the type of insurance works basically the same as any life insurance plan, except it's specifically designed to cover any burial expenses. For many insurance companies, you must be at least 50 years old, okay, to be eligible for burial insurance or funeral insurance. Usually premiums are set to a fixed rate, okay, over the life over the rest of your life, pretty much. Meaning you won't have to pay more as you get older, which is good because when you get older, you're retired, you're on a fixed income. It's good. It's good to budget it right. There are two types of plans that you choose from when it comes to burial insurance: pre-need funeral insurance, okay, and prepaid funeral insurance. Now, pre-need insurance plans are purchased straight through the undertaker or the funeral home. Okay, with this type, okay, basically everything will be covered through the funeral home. Now, with a prepaid funeral insurance policy or burial policy, this will leave the funeral home up to your loved ones to pick and choose. Okay, now the pros to getting a burial policy is basically to pay for your final expense. Okay, there are some other benefits to burial policies, which I'll mention. Okay, number one, final expense policies usually have lower premiums than traditional life insurance plans, especially for a no exam life insurance policy, no medical exam. Okay. Number two, burial insurance is usually a very quick and easy process, usually a few questions. Okay, and again, no medical exam. Okay, and number three, those in poor health won't be denied burial insurance like they would with a traditional life insurance plan. Remember, it's burial insurance. Okay, so final expense insurance is recommended for people that are no longer covered under their life insurance plan, or they're just, they're over the age of 70, and a traditional life insurance plan is going to be too much, but they just want to cover enough for their burial, so on and so forth. Okay, so you need to calculate exactly how much your final expenses are before purchasing a burial policy. All right, because again, you want to make sure you get just enough or just a little bit above enough. Okay, and also consider the cost of your burial plot, transportation, casket, cremation, just to name a few things. Now, if you're in good health and you believe that you're going to live for several more years, Okay, then a life insurance policy, a traditional life insurance policy, maybe a term, might be more ideal for you or a better choice. Okay, however, if you're in poor health and you don't have enough money for life insurance, okay, then a final expense insurance is probably the appropriate way to go. Okay, and again, here at Pinnacle Quote, we have probably about a half dozen companies that we pretty much bring people to as far as burial policies are concerned. I have a lot of people that give me a call about their parents. Okay, then I reach out to their parents, get them in a burial policy. It's something that I have about 6 that I use all the time, depending on, different. Some of them have different options and built-in features into the policy. Okay, but again, they're A plus rated carriers, and they're the best companies out there for you. All right. Now, again, we will look around and shop for you to make sure it's your best fit based on your needs. Okay. Now, you want to receive several quotes, obviously, from top rated carriers, like I just said. Okay. You can receive quotes on premiums without needing to purchase their policy. Now, a lot of companies out there, you really walk into the dark blindfolded, not knowing what the premium is going to be until it's approved. They give you like a sort of an estimate. Okay. Here at Pinnacle Quote, we will go ahead and bullseye it, and you'll know exactly what the price is, right down to the penny. Okay. Now, when you apply for final expense insurance, keep in mind you will not need to take a physical. Okay, as I said before, this makes the process a lot easier, very convenient. Usually a few questions they have to answer. Some questions such as your age, job, whether you use tobacco or not, because again, tobacco will affect the rate. Okay, but many look for final expense insurance because they are having trouble finding life insurance protection. Could be because of an illness. Okay, could be because it's too expensive. Or any kind of health impairments like diabetes that are uncontrolled. But they can still be covered by life insurance. Okay, they just need to talk to a no medical exam life insurance company. And again, here at Pinnacle Quote, all burial policies we offer are non-medicals, no exam. Okay, again, this will provide, I can't stress it enough, these particular policies will provide more coverage for your family than a final expense insurance will. Okay, these no medical exams. Okay, again, usually there's minimals on that, usually $25,000 or $50,000. Most cases 50. Okay, so you got to keep in mind it might be more expensive. And remember, when you're older in life, okay, and if you have minor health issues, the no medical exam policy is going to be absurdly a lot higher than the regular one, like the fully underwritten policies. So that's pretty much it on burial insurance. You just got to make sure, again, be responsible as an adult, making sure that you don't leave a financial burden for your loved ones when you do pass away. It's a responsible thing to do, is to get a burial policy. Also, remember, when your kids are first starting out, okay, a 10 or 15 or $20,000 burden can set them back years. Okay, so keep in mind, here at Pinnacle Quote, we will know which life insurance companies will connect you with to make sure you get the best burial policy out there. And again, our agents can help you find the very best possible final expense policy. Okay, so working with us will likely save you a lot of money and a lot of time. All right, so feel free to give us a call at 855-380-3300 or visit us on the web at pinnaclequote.com, and you can go ahead and actually get a quote online with our Instant Quote tool. Okay, which the information comes right back to me, and I can send you an email with the quotes. You'll actually see the quotes online, but again, those are pretty much ballpark quotes. There is a few questions you need to answer to make sure they're pinpoint accurate. So I can also go send you over what's called a FAST app questionnaire. Literally takes 60 seconds to fill out. It's you just use your mouse, except for typing in your email, so I know who it's coming from. So again, it's Danny Ray with Pinnacle Quote. Have the great rest of your Sunday, and be safe. All right.